Hey everyone, Joshua Hamlin here. Today I'm with Travis at the Bricks and Minifigs location in Indian Trail in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. We're going to be taking a look at some of the great products they have here, but first we've got this really cool custom Johnny Thunder Adventures layout. So what's the story behind this?
Yeah, so the Adventures theme was one of my favorites as a kid growing up. It was kind of right in my sweet spot when I was 10, 11, 12. Growing up, and I loved the desert sets I got with the first wave, and we just wanted to kind of celebrate that and appreciate it. We got some bulk that had parts of sets in, and that kind of inspired us to create what you see here. We tried to build a story with it, kind of shows you, starts from right to left, and you kind of go through desert, the jungle with the blimp, the dinos, and then leads you into the Orient Expedition with the sub-themes of the India, China, and they make their way all the way up across the bridge to Mount Everest on Tibet with the Yeti up there.
Perfect, and I love the flow of this. So how did you kind of do the landscaping and sort of connect up these different regions here as the build came together?
Yeah, so we actually started over here. We built so this is Johnny Thunder's office at the end of his journeys. Like the lore is 1922 through 25 is when all these adventures take place. So this is like his office in 26 with all of his prizes and treasures that he gathered along the way. And then we kind of have a little scene. It looks kind of like Club Obi-Wan from Temple of Doom. We got Indiana Jones and his dad facing off against Johnny Thunder and his dad, and they're arguing about why all of this stuff's not in a museum. So we kind of started with that, and then started building the mountain off of that, and just kind of went from there. The story goes right to left, but we started left to right and kind of went from there. And it's actually in 4 sections, so we can pull it apart and move it if need be.
Perfect. And what pieces did you use for the water here? And I like your approach of the different colors to add some texture.
Yeah, so we used different colored blues, plates underneath, and then used some of the trans light blue, dark blue plates and tiles, as well as some clear translucent cheese slopes to kind of show, like here, the confluence of the rivers, the rushing water, and kind of like the rapids. Yeah, kind of where it would be busier, and also have a little wake for the steamboat there with the steam coming out the top. Just kind of set it off there. And we got our jungle temple. We got Achu up here. Him and his guardians are guarding it, and underneath there we got a monkey head with the river flowing out of it there at the bottom into the crocodiles and dinosaurs, the wilds of the adventurers thing.
Yeah. I love this little detail of the kind of forced perspective pyramids in the background of the desert Egypt section.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to have pyramids, and in order for them to not take up too much of the building area and to kind of show that they're in the background, it is Egypt. We just went with the 1 brick wide technique there, and I think it turned out pretty well with the golden crests there at the top.
I just realized we got a little reference to the old Ninjas theme here as well.
Yeah, that was another theme from the late 90s that I actually had a few sets from that theme as a kid too, and had some great pieces, printed parts, and the ninjas are pretty cool as well. It's kind of also before Lego started with all the IPs, and is one of their original themes as well.
So will this be on permanent display here in the store, or does this kind of move exhibits here in this section? What's your approach to that?
Yeah, so this is our first build we've done in the store, and we are planning to keep it up for 6 months, 2 years, something like that, and then we already have some ideas of what we'd like to do with it in the future. So we definitely want to change it around and be able to show off some different themes and just different things that you can build with loose bricks. So all of these bricks here came from our bulk table. So aside from some of the specific elements of the minifigs and some of the animals that come from the sets, all the bricks came out of our bulk tables.
Cool. Yeah, it's just a great example of what when you come through and start picking through parts and what you can assemble here. So this is one of my all-time favorite themes, and the different sort of adventures sub-themes represented. It's so cool. So I'm glad you have this represented here. Great work.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Then behind us here, we've got your party room. So we can talk about that now as well. What types of events happen in here? Obviously, you've got the big happy birthday balloons up right now.
Yeah, so here's where we host our birthday parties. Kids of all ages, adults are welcome as well. We typically we'll race cars and build cars and race them against our friends. You can definitely tell how energetic a group is, or like you'll ask them if they're competitive or not, if they want to keep score. And they're like, at the beginning, they're like, I'm not really worried about keeping score. And after the first race, they're all clamoring about who won that one? How many points do I have? You know, they're like, we definitely want to keep score. So that's definitely a fun part of the birthdays. We also, all the kids in the parties get to build minifigures to take home with them. And then we still have time for cake and presents or food, that sort of thing. They're typically 90 minutes and hosted by an employee. And we have a lot of fun with that. We also do certain events, community events. Recently we held a landscaping class for participants to learn more about landscaping.
Oh, kind of build technique type ideas?
Yeah, learning how to build like elevation and different plants and uses and parts that you might not necessarily think would go on that. Nathaniel Olider was our host for that, and he did a great job, and we look forward to having more events like that. I think our customers really enjoyed that.
Perfect. Well, we'll keep making our way into the store now. Interesting display here because it's a lot of Duplo, and usually you don't see the Duplo right when you walk in the doors. So do you normally try to keep the Duplo up here, or does this just happen to be kind of how this display is set up right now?
We typically change this table out seasonally. Like behind the Duplo, we've got some of the botanicals and everything. We do switch it out from, we just changed it over from like Easter type of things, spring stuff. But we do love the kids of all ages, customers of all ages, and we definitely want to have something for everybody here. So even if you're 2 or under and are starting out with the Duplo, we got you covered there as well. And yeah, some pretty cool animals and elements and all that you can get from Duplo. And one thing about the build here is our mountains are made of Duplo on the inside. So Duplo is a great way to add elevation to builds as well, to save on some parts.
That is a great building tip. Fantastic. We'll make our way over to the counter now, and I see some really cool kind of custom jewelry here. So where does this come from?
Yeah, this vendor is Brick Bling by Jill, and she partners with Bricks and Minifigs to bring us a lot of cool one-of-a-kind jewelry, necklaces, earrings, studs, that sort of thing. Sometimes we'll get seasonal items and all. They're all different, and definitely a way to make you stand out and show off your love of Lego.
And then underneath there is a lot of the small animals, which is always fun to see lined up like that.
Oh yeah, all the kids love the animals, kids and adults alike. We try to have a good smattering of different species, and got the dinosaurs up top. We have an old Adventures dino in there right now as well. Some of the old Harry Potter basilisks there. A lot of cool animal molds.
And that takes us to behind the counter, where you've got some really cool old retired sets, starting with the USS Constellation ship up there, which is a very unusual item. I don't think I've ever seen that for sale in a store before, so it's great to see that built and on display.
Yeah, that one is a pretty cool one. We hadn't seen one in person as well. And it's from, I believe, 2001. And it was kind of one of Lego's earliest display sets that was specifically made for display.
And then, of course, you got the old Fort Legorado, my all-time favorite set. Always got to give a shout out to that with the box below it. And then the Neptune Discovery Lab, a kind of underwater theme that has those iconic big raised blue base plates.
Yeah, it's got the great raised base plates there, along with some great translucent parts. The crane claw in particular has a spring on it. It's really cool. You can push it in and out. And it actually is one of those sets that use the magnets. So it has like the magnets on the boxes, crates where you can put the gems in and pick them up with the Neptune Discovery sub there. And the Legorado is one of my all-time favorite sets as well. I really was into the Western sets as a kid. Again, kind of like adventures, kind of in the sweet spot of my childhood. So I revere those sets. That was one that I had on my Christmas list for a couple of years and never did get it. So it was exciting to see it come in the doors and us be able to put it on display for our customers.
Another one of my favorite childhood sets and themes was Mars Mission over here, and you've got some of the best sets with the big Mars Mission base. They use those tubes that you could pump the air through and fire out the missiles at the alien ships.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting, as well as one that you don't see very often. You don't see a whole lot of the Mars Mission things, but that's a great set. It actually is all one set there with the two ships, the base there. You can shuttle there's little shuttle pieces that you can put the aliens in and shoot them through the tubes. Like you were saying, you can pump that ball down there at the end and shoot missiles out at the ships as your buddy flies them by. So one of the all-time great playability sets that has a lot going for it.
And then, of course, you've got all the minifigs in front here. I think we've got the Star Wars case right now.
Yes, absolutely. We love Star Wars. Our customers love Star Wars, so we try to keep a good amount of figures out for them. And with so many different molds and different characters in Star Wars, there's always something new to look at. It's amazing that you can have a case full of them and you don't have them all. So
and then behind us as we make our way down is these bulk tables. And you mentioned earlier about how you were able to find all the pieces for the landscaping and build over there from the bulk tables. And you can see the huge quantity of pieces that you have available here.
Yeah, absolutely. Bulk tables is one of our core items at Bricks and Minifigs. We always love to have them available for our customers. We wash all of them before we put them out. Kind of gives you a little bit better of a picking experience. And they're great for parts you may be missing from a particular set that you're looking for, or like our build or a mock you're doing yourself. It's great to be able to come in and get pieces you could use for that as well.
And then what are some of the specific pieces you have pulled out over there on that far wall?
Over here we have a few of our premium bulk items. We got some landscaping items, trees, bushes, palm leaves. We've got skateboards, bicycles, motorbikes down at the bottom, some boats. Kids always love to grab a minifig, build one, and then find a vehicle for them to ply the seas in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These great minifig display cases as well that just look so premium if you've got minifigs you're looking to display, especially around a certain theme like Star Wars or collectible minifigures, Harry Potter, whatever it might be.
Yeah, absolutely. Brick Shell Cases is a vendor for all the Bricks and Minifigs, and they do a fantastic job with their products. They're made right here in the U.S. One thing I love about them too is they snap together instead of using the little tiny screws and magnets. They make great clean display pieces. A lot of these we carry here as well have the backgrounds for specific characters or minifigure themes, Harry Potter, Disney, Star Wars. So a great way to show off your collection of figs.
And then some more kind of accessories and display kind of Lego pieces here with the storage heads. Again, more ways to display minifigs. And I also have always loved these kind of letterings and more themed displays down here.
Yeah, these minifig stands are from Go Figure Displays, and they do a great job as well. All of these materials that are used are from reclaimed plastics. So awesome way to recycle and put it into something awesome for you to display your figs with. We have some themed ones, Ninjago, Disney, the different factions of Star Wars and Jedi, and the crescents and gear displays down there, as well as the letters. People love to get the letter stands where you can put a minifig of yourself with your last name or first name, or some people will buy their whole first name or last name and have it lined up on the shelf. Just another fun way to display your minifigs.
Next to that, we've got a nice case of custom builds here. So where do these various builds come from?
Yeah, so this is our display case. We like to have it here for customers to be able to show off some of their creativity and mocks that they've done. So we kind of rotate it in and out as well over time. This one in particular is by Nathaniel from 52nd Street Bricks. He's the guy I was talking about earlier that did the class on landscaping.
Nice, and you can see great examples, yeah, how good the landscaping looks there, and that kind of road element going through it looks amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people have commented and enjoyed that one. We do have the Mountain Outpost up here with a Jedi Bob making an appearance up there. We've got this one is Snaggletooth from Motorhead. We've got a Willy Wonka's factory down there. A Roman entering some gates, and just a lot of cool things. I love seeing what people come up with. A lot of these bricks as well were picked up from the bulk table, and it's awesome to see all the creativity and what you can build.
Absolutely. And then when we turn around right behind us, you've got a couple examples of your minifig makers here.
Yeah, here are our ball figures, so they're a tier in between our minifig builder table and our case figs. They're completed figs with some accessories, different themes. We got some Friends, some Harry Potter. We've got a firewoman there as well. Just some fun things if you don't have much time, or your mom's like, you got like 2 minutes. This is a great thing to be able to grab something up. And also here, our minifigure table, we've got all the different parts. We've got torsos, legs, heads, hairs or hats, and accessories. A complete figure comes with all of those pieces. And down here, we also, for our Friends fans, we wanted to make sure we didn't leave them out.
Perfect.
And we have a Friends Build-A-Fig section as well.
And then, of course, you have lots of sealed sets, so it's not just the used and older stuff. So kind of this whole section back here is your sealed section?
Yeah, so our retired in the box sets are in the center there,
Okay.
on the black gondolas in the middle, and we have current sets along the back wall and on some of these, the white gondolas in the middle, for sure. Which we have a nice selection of retired sets from all different themes. We've got some superheroes here. We've got a Pharaoh's Quest making an appearance. Yeah. Very cool serpent there with the
kind of
the
a
big
reimagining
kite.
Of the adventures that we were looking at earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, I believe 2012 is when that one came out. It's kind of a reimagining, like you were saying. We've got some of the superheroes stuff. A Vinjet space mission there. It's got the Thanos and Captain Marvel. It's a pretty cool one. We do have a couple of Monkey Kid. One of the things you don't see that much in retail stores is the Monkey Kid theme. It's got some really cool parts and pieces. The figs are really cool. This is one of my favorites, the Heavenly Realms, with all the cool cloud pieces there
really
in the background.
sizable, pretty huge sets.
Yeah.
There.
I think Lego did most of their marketing on that in Asia, so you don't see a whole lot of that in America, just in general. Our local Lego brand stores don't carry them here.
Then some smaller stuff too, so not everything is the massive sets, kind of a variety of price ranges.
Yeah, so we love polybags here. Our customers love them, so we try to keep a good amount of, all of these are like retired ones. One of the things with polybags is they have short shelf lives. So they're not on shelves long, so they can go from being readily available to pretty scarce very quickly. So we do try to have a good variety of polybags available. Great for if you're traveling too, just to be able to build something quick to scratch the Lego itch in your hotel or something like that, it's perfect for that as well.
And as we walk back over here, you can see some more minifigs and sets that you have available here. What are some of your favorites that are currently kind of on display and available down here at this end?
Yeah, so we got some Ninjago on the bottom there. That the Skull Mountain there is really cool. It's got some awesome figures with it.
Chima next to that, which is not a theme that I think you see too often just because it wasn't real popular.
Yeah, the Krager ship there it was not that popular, but it does have some pretty cool figures and the boat shaped like an alligator. I mean, what kid wouldn't like to play with that, right? We've also got some superheroes here along the bottom. We've got a really cool display set with the Indiana Jones up there.
And then one of the original Indiana Jones
and one
next
of
to
the,
that, right?
One of the older ones from the Crystal Skull. Yeah, I do really like this set. It's got the best playability to me of a display So it has where the rock moves up and down. You can swing, the doors open.
Yeah.
You swing back and forth, and you can make the rock fall down on top of him, so you can run out just like in the movie. So for a display set, that one's got great playability as well.
Absolutely, yeah. A really nice variety of products that you've got here, and then obviously, of course, all of the minifigs here as well. So more like superheroes and Minecraft and everything.
Yeah, so we got our superhero case here, DC and Marvel. The superheroes are always popular. People love those. Down here, we've also got some miscellaneous ones. We've got some castle stuff. Down here is one of our vendors with Big Kid Bricks. They do some awesome custom minifigs that are printed on official Lego parts and figures and characters that Lego hasn't made. We got some varieties of Deadpool. We've got a Taylor Swift down there. Some pretty cool ones. And down here are the rest of our series figs.
Yeah.
A lot of people love collecting the series, and
yeah, a fantastic variety of products in here. So this has been really cool just to see some of the unique things and even like custom displays that you keep on display in the store here. So we mentioned the party room earlier. If people are interested in booking that, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Indian.trail.nc@bricksandminifigs.com is a great way to book the parties. We did just start up our website. It's bricksandminifigsindiantrail.com, where we'll be posting some sets and minifigs on there for sale as well. And recently, in the last couple of weeks, we started doing some Whatnot streams. So we sell some U sets and some minifigs on there, and it's Bricks and Minifigs Indian Trail on Whatnot as well. So a lot of ways to check us out, help support the store, and find some cool Lego.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for the tour here today. We'll make sure to have a link in the description to the website that you mentioned so everyone can check that out. And if you're in the Charlotte area, maybe you're traveling through, you live here, make sure you come into the store, say hello to the fantastic employees, and mention you saw them on Beyond the Brick, and just check out all of the awesome products that they have here. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for coming out.